In this video, I explained that you shouldn't use very too much, especially in writing. You should use other, more powerful adjectives. In this video, I'm going to give you over 100 examples of situations where very should be avoided, and I'm going to give you well over 200 other adjectives, powerful adjectives that you can use instead. This video is going to boost your vocabulary so much. It's also going to help with your pronunciation and your listening skills. Now, if you want to further improve your pronunciation and listening skills and your vocabulary, I highly recommend listening to audiobooks and reading books at the same time, or just simply listening to audiobooks. You can do this whilst multitasking, whilst you're driving, whilst you're commuting to work, or whilst you're doing something else. Audible are offering one free audiobook, that's a 30-day free trial. To claim it, all you have to do is click on the link in the description box. Right, let's get started with the video. Very accurate, very accurate, perfect, exact, flawless, precise, perfect, exact, flawless, precise, perfect, exact, flawless, precise. Very aggressive, forceful, overconfident, forceful, overconfident, forceful, overconfident. Very amazed, astounded, flabbergasted, astonished, shocked, astounded, flabbergasted, astonished, shocked, astounded, flabbergasted, astonished, shocked. Very angry, furious, fuming, livid, enraged, furious, fuming, livid, enraged, furious, fuming, livid, enraged. Very aware, conscious, mindful, conscious, mindful, conscious, mindful. Very bad, awful, deplorable, miserable, rotten. Awful, deplorable, miserable, rotten. Awful, deplorable, miserable, rotten. Very basic, simple, primary, rudimentary, fundamental. Simple, primary, rudimentary, fundamental. Simple, primary, rudimentary, fundamental. Very beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, exquisite, magnificent. Gorgeous, stunning, exquisite, magnificent. Gorgeous, stunning, exquisite, magnificent. Very boring, tedious, mind-numbing, dreary, uninteresting, tedious, mind-numbing, dreary, uninteresting, tedious, mind-numbing, dreary, uninteresting. Very bright, blinding, dazzling, radiant, blinding, dazzling, radiant, blinding, dazzling, radiant. Very capable, efficient, skillful, proficient, efficient, skillful, proficient, efficient, skillful, proficient. Very careful, scrupulous, meticulous, fastidious, scrupulous, meticulous, fastidious, scrupulous, meticulous, fastidious. Very caring, compassionate, kind, attentive, compassionate, kind, attentive, compassionate, kind, attentive. Very clean, spotless, immaculate, hygienic, spotless, immaculate, hygienic, spotless, immaculate, hygienic. Very clever, intelligent, sharp, astute, ingenious, intelligent, sharp, astute, ingenious, intelligent, sharp, astute, ingenious. Very cold, bitter, icy, freezing, bitter, icy, freezing, bitter, icy, freezing. Very colourful, vibrant, vivid, vibrant, vivid, vibrant, vivid. Very competitive, ambitious, cutthroat, driven, ambitious, cutthroat, driven, ambitious, cutthroat, driven. Very concerned, troubled, upset, worried, agitated, troubled, upset, worried, agitated, troubled, upset, worried, agitated. Very confident, poised, self-assured, secure, poised, self-assured, secure, poised, self-assured, secure. Very confused, baffled, mystified, dazed, baffled, mystified, dazed, baffled, mystified, dazed. Very corrupt, unethical, fraudulent, dishonest, unethical, fraudulent, dishonest, unethical, fraudulent, dishonest. Very creepy, skin crawling, weird, unnerving, skin crawling, weird, unnerving, skin crawling, weird, unnerving, very critical, essential, crucial, vital, essential, crucial, vital, essential, crucial, vital, very cute, endearing, adorable, charming, endearing, adorable, charming, endearing, adorable, charming, very dangerous, perilous, treacherous, precarious, perilous, treacherous, precarious, perilous, treacherous, precarious, very delicate, fragile, frail, flimsy, fragile, frail, flimsy, fragile, frail, flimsy, very different, unusual, distinctive, unique, unusual, distinctive, unique, unusual, distinctive, unique, very difficult, complex, demanding, arduous, complex, demanding, arduous, complex, demanding, arduous, very dirty, filthy, grimy, dilapidated, squalid, filthy, grimy, dilapidated, squalid, filthy, grimy, dilapidated, squalid, very dismal, miserable, morbid, depressing, miserable, morbid, depressing, miserable, morbid, depressing, very dry, parched, dehydrated, arid, parched, dehydrated, arid, parched, dehydrated, arid, very easy, effortless, unchallenging, simple, effortless, unchallenging, simple, effortless, unchallenging, simple, very educational, informative, enlightening, informative, enlightening, informative, enlightening, very embarrassed, mortified, humiliated, ashamed, mortified, humiliated, ashamed, mortified, humiliated, ashamed, very enthusiastic, eager, keen, zealous, eager, keen, zealous, eager, keen, zealous, very exciting, electrifying, exhilarating, breathtaking, electrifying, exhilarating, breathtaking, electrifying, exhilarating, breathtaking, very expensive, very expensive, overpriced, costly, exorbitant, overpriced, costly, exorbitant, overpriced, costly, exorbitant, very fair, impartial, neutral, just, impartial, neutral, just, impartial, neutral, just, very faithful, loyal, devoted, loyal, devoted, loyal, devoted, very famous, renowned, legendary, renowned, legendary, renowned, legendary, very far, distant, remote, distant, remote, distant, remote, very fast, rapid, swift, rapid, swift, rapid, swift, very fierce, vicious, ferocious, feral, vicious, ferocious, feral, vicious, ferocious, feral, very frustrating, exasperating, vexing, infuriating, exasperating, vexing, infuriating, exasperating, vexing, infuriating, very full, overflowing, crammed, packed, overflowing, crammed, packed, overflowing, crammed, packed, very funny, hysterical, hilarious, side-splitting, hysterical, hilarious, side-splitting, hysterical, hilarious, side-splitting, very good, superb, excellent, outstanding, superb, excellent, outstanding, superb, excellent, outstanding, very happy, ecstatic, overjoyed, elated, ecstatic, overjoyed, elated, ecstatic, overjoyed, elated, very heavy, weighty, dense, hefty, weighty, dense, hefty, weighty, dense, hefty, very honest, candid, sincere, frank, candid, sincere, frank, candid, sincere, frank, very hot, burning, scalding, blistering, scorching, burning, scalding, blistering, scorching, burning, scalding, blistering, scorching, very hungry, ravenous, famished, starving, ravenous, famished, starving, ravenous, famished, starving, very impressive, remarkable, extraordinary, remarkable, extraordinary, remarkable, extraordinary, very informal, casual, easygoing, casual, easygoing, casual, easygoing, very intense, severe, overpowering, extreme, severe, overpowering, extreme, severe, overpowering, extreme, very interesting, fascinating, compelling, riveting, fascinating, compelling, riveting, fascinating, compelling, riveting, very likely, expected, unavoidable, probable, expected, unavoidable, probable, expected, unavoidable, probable, very lively, exuberant, energetic, vivacious, exuberant, energetic, vivacious, exuberant, energetic, vivacious, very loud, deafening, booming, thunderous, blaring, deafening, booming, thunderous, blaring, deafening, booming, thunderous, blaring, very lucky, fortunate, blessed, charmed, fortunate, blessed, charmed, fortunate, blessed, charmed, very negative, pessimistic, defeatist, cynical, pessimistic, defeatist, cynical, pessimistic, defeatist, cynical, very new, cutting edge, novel, innovative, cutting edge, novel, innovative, cutting edge, novel, innovative, very nice, enjoyable, pleasant, agreeable, enjoyable, pleasant, agreeable, enjoyable, pleasant, agreeable, very obvious, apparent, clear, visible, evident, apparent, clear, visible, evident, apparent, clear, visible, evident. Very old, very old. Decrepit, ancient, grizzled. Decrepit, ancient, grizzled. Decrepit, ancient, grizzled. Very painful, very painful. Excruciating, agonizing, unbearable. Excruciating, agonizing, unbearable. Excruciating, agonizing, unbearable. Very poor, very poor. Destitute, penniless, impoverished. Destitute, penniless, impoverished. Destitute, penniless, impoverished. Very positive, very positive. Optimistic, upbeat. Optimistic, upbeat. Optimistic, upbeat. Very quiet, very quiet. Silent, hushed. Silent, hushed. Silent, hushed. Very rare, very rare. Scarce, sparse, unique. Scarce, sparse, unique. Scarce, sparse, unique. Very religious, very religious. Spiritual, devout. Spiritual, devout. Spiritual, devout. Very responsible, very responsible. Dependable, conscientious, reliable. Dependable, conscientious, reliable. Dependable, conscientious, reliable. Very roomy, very roomy. Spacious, expansive, palatial. Spacious, expansive, palatial. Spacious, expansive, palatial. Very rough, very rough. Coarse, jagged, rugged, gritty. Coarse, jagged, rugged, gritty. Coarse, jagged, rugged, gritty. Very rowdy, very rowdy. Raucous, wild. Raucous, wild. Raucous, wild. Very rude, very rude. Vulgar, offensive. Vulgar, offensive. Vulgar, offensive. Very safe, very safe. Harmless, sheltered, secure. Harmless, sheltered, secure. Harmless, sheltered, secure. Very scared, very scared. Terrified, petrified. Terrified, petrified. Terrified, petrified. very serious, very serious, solemn, sombre, stern, solemn, sombre, stern, solemn, sombre, stern, very severe, very severe, grave, critical, serious, grave, critical, serious, grave, critical, serious, very shy, timid, introverted, timid, introverted, timid, introverted, very small, tiny, minuscule, minute, tiny, minuscule, minute, tiny, minuscule, minute, very stinky, putrid, rancid, noxious, putrid, rancid, noxious, putrid, rancid, noxious, very strange, bizarre, weird, peculiar, bizarre, weird, peculiar, bizarre, weird, peculiar, very strict, severe, stern, harsh, severe, stern, harsh, severe, stern, harsh, very strong, muscular, powerful, tough, muscular, powerful, tough, muscular, powerful, tough, very stupid, idiotic, dense, dumb, idiotic, dense, dumb, idiotic, dense, dumb, very successful, lucrative, thriving, prosperous, lucrative, thriving, prosperous, lucrative, thriving, prosperous, very suitable, appropriate, fitting, appropriate, fitting, appropriate, fitting, very sure, positive, certain, convinced, positive, certain, convinced, positive, certain, convinced, very suspicious, skeptical, wary, distrustful, skeptical, wary, distrustful, skeptical, wary, distrustful, very tall, towering, statuesque, lofty, towering, statuesque, lofty, towering, statuesque, lofty, very tasty, delectable, divine, scrumptious, mouth-watering. Delectable, divine, scrumptious, mouth-watering. Delectable, divine, scrumptious, mouth-watering. Very tempting, alluring, tantalizing, irresistible. Alluring, tantalizing, irresistible. Alluring, tantalizing, irresistible. Very tense, rigid, strained, taut, rigid, strained, taut, rigid, strained, taut. Very thin, gaunt, emaciated, scrawny. Gaunt, emaciated, scrawny. Gaunt, emaciated, scrawny. Very tired, exhausted, drained, spent. Exhausted, drained, spent. Exhausted, drained, spent. Very ugly, hideous, revolting, grotesque. Hideous, revolting, grotesque. Hideous, revolting, grotesque. Very useful, nifty, handy. Nifty, handy. Nifty, handy. Very violent, abusive, savage, cruel. Abusive, savage, cruel. Abusive, savage, cruel. Very weak, feeble, sickly, fragile. Feeble, sickly, fragile. Feeble, sickly, fragile. Very wet, waterlogged, saturated, sopping, soaked. Waterlogged, saturated, sopping, soaked. Waterlogged, saturated, sopping, soaked. Right, that's it for today. I must have given you over 300 extra vocabulary words. I really hope it helped you. I hope you enjoyed the video.